Welcome to Fantasy Breakouts. I'm TrainT J with my friends Pat Action Jackson and Erik the Storm. And we're here to talk to y'all about our highly anticipated top 5 running backs for the 2021 NFL season. Fantasy, y'all.
Running back.
So we're going to have Action Jackson kick us off with our number 5. Who is your top 5 pick at the running back position for this year's season?
What do you say? I have to remember the Titans. Running back. The running backs. All right. Pay attention, man. This winter, lose your season because you don't want to be that guy with no running backs. That's tough. Now my number 5 running back is Mr. Nick Chubb. Pure runner, period. He's going to get the ball. It's more about that 1-2 punch. Kind of hurts him a little bit, but if he's on the field, he's going to get the ball. They're going to eat. Just sometimes Kareem Hunt gets the touchdowns, whereas he does all the dirty work. Simple.
So you don't think the Kareem Hunt carries is going to affect Nick Chubb in any way?
Yeah, I said 5th.
I'm saying, though, but you don't think that'll derail some of his touchdowns like he did last season?
That's why he's
stepping in, taking away carries.
That's why he's 5th. If Nick Chubb did not have anybody around him, I think that'd be number 1. Erik, who is your 5th pick?
Yeah, we had Mr. Nick Chubb was one of the last weeks of the season. We had him ranked as our number 1 running back, finishing out the year. So we loved him at the end of the season too. But my guy, maybe he's a little bit too low in your guys' opinion, but Saquon Barkley. So Saquon, I think he had a freak injury. It's a very serious injury. Gone through it myself. It'll mess you up for a couple of years, tearing your ACL. But very, very young. The guy's super young still. They have better weapons for the Giants, but we'll see how effective they are, how efficient they are, because Jason Garrett, he's not the world's best coach, so he's their offensive coordinator. So I think he's very deserving of being in the top 5. I just got him a little bit behind these other guys, so I really like him, but the injury and the other items play a big part. So, Josh, you want to go ahead with your number 5, sir? Do you have any?
Yeah, very surprising you'll have him at 5. Well, yeah, going with my number 5, I'm going Dalvin Cook. We all know Dalvin's a bit injury prone. Hurt every season, if you ask me. But granted, a great running back. When he does play, very productive. He gets rushing touchdowns quite frequently, red zone. He can score from 50, 60 yards out, got the speed. I love Dalvin Cook as a running back. Great running back, but just his availability, what do they say? If you don't have availability, that's the best thing than not being available at all. So, hey, bud, you need to come a little bit better with that. But I'm taking Dalvin Cook as my number 5, man, because he does bring a nice value.
Is that the saying?
Okay.
I don't think that
I was going to say
is availability, I think is what it goes.
I think it is. We all got where you got it. We got it. Right. Nice. Yeah, everything makes sense. All right. Yeah.
The best ability is availability. Yeah. Thank you, Erik.
You're welcome.
Well, who is available for your number 4 running back?
Well, if I should piggyback again, I'm going Saquon. Saquon is coming off an injury. Great running back, man. When he does play, he's great, man. Can receive, can run through the tackles. I'm afraid, though, that he's not going to have the same production, though, in a way, because, his rookie season, they fed him. And, now they got a little bit more weapons at receiver now. Danny Diamond's starting to develop a little bit more, throwing the ball downfield. So I don't know if it's going to be that rookie season Saquon, but he's almost kind of all he got as far as a running back. So I know he's going to do his thing. So at number 4, I'm taking Saquon. Erik, we're going to pass it to you. Who you got?
I like him. That's a good area for him for sure. So my number 4, maybe the same thing, but Alvin Kamara. I've got him number 4. He's got to be knocked down more because of the Taysom Hill, Jameis uncertainty. And Jameis, maybe an example I could use here, how many passes did you see Jameis throw to his running back? I don't think Doug Martin's short arms caught many passes from Jameis back in the day.
Mr. Hamster to you.
Yeah, muscle hamster. But he's just not the same kind of threat to me quite as much. They're very creative. I will not say that the Saints are like the Giants, where I'm worried about that. They're very creative. I think they can get him some opportunities. I'm just worried about some touchdowns getting stolen because of stupid decisions by Jameis. And then the other one is Taysom Hill wants to be the big boy, and he probably wants some goal line touches. So that's the two things that are bringing Kamara down. But I think he could be the safest running back. If you just need somebody, if you're just a little bit worried about somebody injury wise, I think Kamara might be one of the safest guys that we have this year to give you a floor, give you a good floor. But Pat, what do you think about that, or do you have anything for number 4 if you want to continue?
I just don't like the situation in New Orleans right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin Kamara, he got me a championship last year. It's nothing against him. It's just ew. My number 4 might hurt you guys a little bit, but Christian McCaffrey. This just comes off. That last season, some people. I think he could have came back to end, but why would he? They made the right decision, but at the same time, that little guy compared to everybody else, it's like starting freshman running back in JV games. That's how I look at it, and I just don't think that he. Just don't compare. We got to see the durability, man. So they'll get plenty of the touches and whatnot, but their lines this and Matt Rule. I don't know how they're talking about he doesn't practice red zone touches or situations with 2-minute drills. A lot of stuff going on back there. I don't like it. So he's still going to get his opportunities, but he's my number 4 running back. Then I'm going to kick off number 3 because I'm tired of y'all talking about this boy like that, Mr. Saquon. First of all, Erik, I love you dearly, but your doctors are not his doctors. Let's start with that. Saquon, man, the man's a beast. He's a monster. I've seen him, I would say don't expect him to come out, firing all cylinders for the first, I'd say month, to be honest with you. I think he's going to take a couple cuts here and there. He'll still be productive, but he won't be Saquon. The best is yet to come, I think. But towards the end of the season, he's going to be that running back we're all saying, trade for. Because he's going to get all the opportunities. We know how it is. Danny Dimes, whatever. They know what they're getting at that guy. So, Erik, who is your third running back? Yep.
Okay, my number 3, I do have the big dog, the best running back the last 2 years, entering his year 27 season. So this is maybe we're seeing him at the peak of and then the sunset comes later. But Derrick Henry, man, 2,100 yards, I believe rushing, because he didn't catch the ball. He only had 4 catches last year. I think it's likely that we're going to get another. This season's going to be a big one again, and I think he's the man. I think like the man on the team. I think they were more comfortable losing Corey Davis because they have him and A.J. Brown. And I think that duo is going to have to carry the team. They're not very deep in a lot of spots, so we'll see. I think their season rides on him. So if he goes down, they're kind of screwed. So we'll see. I think he's in my number 3, and then after this year, I think he's probably out of my top 5, but because I'm getting worried about it, the 28-year-old. But yeah, what do you guys think? Josh, do you have your number 3 you want to cover, or anything on Derrick Henry?
Yeah. I like that number 3 pick. There, that's not bad, Derrick Henry at that 3 pick. But with my number 3, I'm going Christian McCaffrey. I kind of Jackson got him at 4, but I got him at 3. Christian McCaffrey, he's going to be their go-to. He's going to kind of be all they got. You got Sam Darnold coming in. We don't know what he's going to look like. Wasn't too fond of him with the Jets. Kind of inconsistent. So McCaffrey's all they got that they know. Receiving core is not that good. Who knows what the defense looks like? So I think Carolina is going to feed him. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. But McCaffrey's running in between the tackles very good to be a short running back and a small stature. So I think he'll definitely have the receiving yards. I'll say he'll have more receiving and rushing yards this year just because of the team dynamic they got. But McCaffrey, my top 3 pick, man. He's gonna have a good season.
What is it like? Jamal Charles, I think, maybe did that one time where they had more receiving. It's or the guy on the Colts, maybe he'll do it. But that's I don't know about. We'll see. What is the backup running back for the Colts? Hines, yeah, he might do that, but not very many guys do that.
Danny Woodhead.
You could, or at least 1,000.
What's Danny Woodhead doing these days?
He's actually
he's installing a countertop.
He's the district manager for Lowe's.
He looks like that. I can see him working out of like a Menards. If you're from the Midwest, you know what a Menards is.
I'm Mr. Wood. You want some wood looking? All right, so let's go. So Josh, well now you guys it's our top two. You know, the grand finale, if you will, but this is critical. You know, everybody's gonna be rushing to get these. This could make or break a season, man. We've seen this time and time again. You know, you got to take a lot of things in consideration when you take this pick or really have that high praise for somebody. So, yeah, Josh, go ahead and kick us off, man. What was your top two running back?
Man, we have a love-hate relationship. The years I draft him, he does nothing for me. And the years I don't, he does everything. Derrick Henry, number 2 pick for me at running back. Offense is built around him. In the last 2 seasons, he's had 33 rushing touchdowns, which is phenomenal. It's kind of unheard of, you know, at running back to kind of be that consistent this consecutive years. Has rushed for 2,000 yards last season, you know, 1,500 the season before that. So they're going to get him the ball. You know, like y'all said before, the receivers, they lost Corey Davis. They got A.J. Brown still, but they don't want Tannehill to throw the ball no more than 15 times a game. So Derrick Henry definitely going to be a 30-carry, 25-carry ball handler a game. So I'll be looking forward to Derrick Henry taking the rushing crown again this year. I don't know if he's going to hit that 2K, but he's going to take the rushing crown, I think, this year. So I'll take him at number 2, high value, Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I think he could. I think he could win the rushing title, but I think these guys could have more fantasy points, my top 2, than him. I mean, with Dalvin Cook, he's got a better offensive line than last year. They replaced Riley Reef, and now they have Darrisaw, who's you know got the actually better pedigree. Anyway, we won't talk about offensive linemen too much, but better defensive line.
Those are viewers.
Yeah. Everybody wants to talk about the big boys. No, they don't. They don't want to hear about offensive line. But better game scripts. They're going to be winning. They should be winning more than last year. Last year was really rough with that defense, so didn't do Dalvin Cook any favors. Actually did Justin Jefferson some favors and did Adam Thielen some favors, but not Dalvin Cook in some game scripts. It was bad. So we'll see more. I think we'll see more short and intermediate passes to Dalvin Cook as well. No Kyle Rudolph slow body out there anymore, and then they have no wide receiver 3. So I think they're going to be creative, get him the ball in space, and you know that's going to save a little bit of wear and tear on his body. I think if they can throw it to him a little more than they have in the past.
Quick question, Eric. Over 10 plus games for Dalvin this year.
I think he's only the only time he did that was I think he had his ACL. I think it was the only time he was under. So I got to go over. He's been okay. He's been getting at least 14 for a while now. He got, I think, 15 last year, 15 out of the 16. Pat, you're thinking, you're scratching your head? You think people are too low on this guy or what?
Who's your number 2?
I'm just leave it to you to bring up a guy named Riley, Erik. We have a great portion of this audience that says, I can't wait to hear about Riley.
A very average offensive tackle. Eric's going to talk about him for 30 seconds.
If anybody knows about it, it's Sandstorm, as they say. Yeah, man. All right, my number 2 pick is Mr. Henry. A lot of stuff that Josh talked about, including they don't have Jonnu Smith. They lost him. There's a lot of things that already. So, yeah, man, as far as my number 2 is Derrick Henry. I mean, he's going to get the ball. That's simple and plain. They lost Jonnu Smith. Obviously, they got a new offensive coordinator.
Pat, you got to drop the nice guy.
All right, so yeah, man, my second one is obviously Mr. Derrick Henry. You guys already stated a lot of facts, but other than that, man, I think Jonnu Smith departing, Corey Davis departing, it just, it's not gonna take off.
Sorry for Pat's loud neighbors. They just won't shut up.
Oh,
Please subscribe while we have this brief time where you can't really hear Pat. It means the world to us.
You can hear me,
We're
right?
going to be giving you free great advice for the rest of the year. It's free. And we're some elite fantasy players. The numbers show it.
Elite.
But yeah, wonderful advice, Pat. Thank you. And
we were taking a break.
Neighbors.
It's like commercial break. You ever heard commercials?
Yep. Thanks for pausing for this station identification and then dance. All right.
Yeah, my second one is obviously Derrick Henry. You guys already talked about a lot of the points. They're losing Jonnu Smith. It's a wrap. All right? They're going to give him the ball. New OC. Doesn't matter. If you want to keep your job, you give the boy the ball. All right? So, Josh, let's go ahead. Number one is very critical. You guys, you got to have a great number one pick. It can make or break your season real quick. Who's your number one pick?
So my number one running back, who I will select if still available, I got to go with Alvin Kamara for all the opposite reasons that y'all said. Jameis, like Erik said, he hasn't been really running back pass friendly, but he will be. He has no choice. Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas is all they have. He's gonna feed Kamara because he's the best running back. He's probably the only running back, and he's a high value running back. Can receive, can rush, can kick return, can punt return. Alvin Kamara can do it all. He's a versatile running back. Can play receiver through the slots, can motion. He can do it all. Now, Taysom Hill is a worry because he can take away some of the red zone carries. But overall, Kamara is going to be probably their leading. I don't want to say this, Michael Thomas, because it was a bad season, but he could possibly be their leading receiver if, Jameis don't get on the right track with Michael Thomas. So I think Kamara will be the number one point scoring fantasy running back for the 2021 season. What about you, fellas? What you think?
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad pick. I'm just not taking him at that high. I mean, just if I'm mid round, I'm feeling great about my first round pick. If I'm picking 4 or 5,
falling that low,
4 or 5. If I pick him 4 or 5,
6.
Happy. Okay, 6 for Pat. 6. All right, a little bit excessive, but I like it. I mean, I can't hate you and I hate on it, and I think he's safe. But I just don't think he'll catch the most passes, and I don't think he's gonna have the most rushing yards. I'm afraid he's not. I don't think he's gonna lead in any major stat category, but I think he's gonna be good all around. Okay. With my number one, I'm going back to last year with Christian McCaffrey. I mean, his injuries, the collarbone thing. They like Pat said, they took him out because their season was over, kind of, and it didn't seem like he had hard feelings about being thrown in some trade offers. McCaffrey, I think he's taking that in stride. He's getting paid a ton of money. He's going to be a great value if he's not the number one overall scorer. If he stays healthy, I think he's going to be in the top 2. So and their team, I mean, he's the most dynamic player, on the team. So I like it. Just outside of that, I have Antonio Gibson at actually my number 6 spot, just ahead of Nick Chubb, because he's going to get more passes than Nick Chubb. He doesn't have much competition at all, and I think if you do get a receiver, like let's say you're at the end of the first round. Let's say you're at the end of the first round. You're like, man, I'm a little bit worried about maybe it's a Saquon, maybe it's Chubb, maybe you want to have a guy that catches more passes because you're in a full PPR league, right? And Nick Chubb doesn't catch. He's not going to get points because he's not going to catch a lot of passes. I can see you taking Tyreek Hill, maybe taking DeAndre Hopkins, and then come back in Antonio Gibson. I think that's like you're just getting some value right there back to back.
Yeah, you're winning with that one.
I really like that.
Yeah, I do too.
It's like a 10, 11, 12, 13 pick, basically.
Yeah, and you don't have to pick him at number 6 overall for running back. He's not going there. He's going back end of number 2 right now. He's around the 18, 19 range.
All right. Well, my number one running back, and it's a little confusing, Mr. Erik, is Mr. Dalvin Cook. It's not my team. It's your team. Yeah, Dalvin Cook's can get the ball. You know how this goes. They don't care. The defense knows he's getting the ball. It doesn't matter. He's going to get the opportunities and the story. Even the year he tore his ACL, I had him, and he was off to a ridiculous start. But he's going to eat. He'll get the ball. He'll score points through the air. I mean, he can score 80-yard touchdown easy. And then that division is very friendly. We don't know what the lines are. They're rooting for Jared Goff. That's all you need to know. Other than that, man, my sneaky pick would be Alvin Kamara. And y'all can go ahead and say, oh. And I say, let's say Josh is Jameis and Erik is Taysom Hill. That's what the quarterback room looks like.
What?
But we just don't know what you're gonna get. That's my point. Taysom's gonna get the ball inside of 20.
Hey, I'm reliable as hell, man.
Yeah, you are. You show up.
I will give a great motivational speech.
Yeah, go ahead with the chicken sauce, hot sauce. Weird. But my point is, man, we don't know what he's gonna get. I think Alvin Kamara will still have a solid, great year, but it's gonna take. There's gonna be some weeks that are just like, what are y'all doing? And it's going to get so late to me. The second, third quarter defense is like, all right, the quarterback's not doing anything. Crowd the box, stuff the box, and Alvin Kamara is not going to have the game that we're expecting. That's going to hurt him a little bit. And I think about the first 4 or 5 weeks, they're going to play this game of who's quarterback. Then they're not going to be, the offense is not moving the way we want it to. Now we got to put Jameis in. And that's another wrench. And then it's going to go back and forth. He's going to have a solid year, but it's not going to be top 5 worthy.
Well, I'm taking Cam Akers as my sleeper. With the LA Rams, man, he had a decent rookie season. Came in kind of toward the end of the season and filled in great. And he's changing his number to the great number 3. So I feel like Cam Akers is gonna be nice, especially teaming up with Matthew Stafford, who's just coming in for the Rams. Great offense, man. He's gonna get featured. So hey, sleeper. I'm telling y'all, fantasy viewers. Go ahead and get your boy Cam Akers second round, maybe, if he's still available. If.
He will be.
He will be there. Yeah. Yeah, so let us know. Let us know what you thought about our choices. Just put anything in the comment section if you want about maybe one of Pat's analogies or something. Please subscribe. Be sure to like the video. Look for some new content next week. The other most important position, I think, is wide receiver. So let's talk about that because that's a lot of changes this year for sure. So
he was doing the Randy Moss, not the YMCA.
Is that what that was?
Odell.
All right. Well, I appreciate you checking out our videos. Look out.
Subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Appreciate you.